Hey everybody, and welcome back to PEDesign 10. In this video, we are going to create this really cute mug rug using this free design. My name is Sue and I am from OML Embroidery. So first of all, go grab this free design. We're going to do the whole alphabet, so this is just the first one. And I thought, wouldn't that be great to make it into something? And I decided to make this really cute mug rug. Here's a picture of it stitched. Hopefully the magic of editing will put that up for me. So let's get started. Let's start with a new page. I have saved this, but we're going to start it again. Now, the hoop size that I want is 5 by 7, or if I do it on my Brother Dream machine, I'm going to make it a little bigger and do it 6 by 6. So the first thing we want to do is bring in our design. Now, go to OML Embroidery University Facebook group. Join the group if you haven't already. It is there in the file section in a zip file. And free for you guys. Like I said, we'll be doing the whole alphabet, so this is just one idea that I had. Now, the first thing I want to do is get rid of this border. Now, when Dawn created the file, I added this to it because I thought it would be, well, it's cute in and of itself, but I thought if you wanted just that, I'll put it at the end and that'll make it a whole lot easier for you guys to take it apart. Now, here in PEDesign 10, if you want to take this one part off, you can't do it like this. You can't just do it, because PEDesign sees the whole thing as one object. So you can select the whole thing and delete it. That's it. So PEDesign sees the whole thing as one. And what we want it to do is just to see this part. So we go and we select everything again. We go over here to stitches, or if you have it down here on your ribbon, that's fine. And we are going to convert it to blocks and just leave it on normal. You can play around with it. I've just been leaving it on normal and it's fine. And boom, what happens? That PEDesign sees it in pieces now. So each color has a whole bunch of pieces. So that enables us to select this one part, which is a couple parts, but one part. And now we can go to home and we can delete it. Sorry, you have to pick that, and there. Now we can delete it. I always make that mistake. This means select one, so select it. So now we're not going to resize this or anything. So I'm going to select everything all in one, and I really want to group it because I don't want to resize it. I don't want to move any pieces from it. I don't want to do anything like that. So here is our group. Control G is the shortcut for that. So I'm just going to keep everything grouped so then we don't have any issues. Nothing's going to get separated or anything like that, because there's a lot of pieces going on in here. Let's center that and let's start making our mug rug. So the first thing you need to do when you're making a mug rug is decide how big you want it. Now this is 5 by 7, and basically the mug rug came out to be about 5 by 5, which is fine. If you want it a little bit bigger, you can. We are not going to adjust the stitch file at all. So it really depends on how you want it to look. So let's go to shapes. I'm going to stick with the 5 by 7, by the way. Let's go to the rounded rectangle because I think it looks good. And let's just do a running stitch. Let's just do it like that. And I'm just going to hack it out. I want it to be square. So there we go. And that is just running stitches. Now we can move things out a bit and look down here and you can see the height. 4.75 width and 4.48, so we want this part to be a little bit bigger, so probably around there. 4.8 is probably really good. You don't want to make it too big or else it won't fit into your 5 by 7 hoops. So we're gonna go on the edge here and put it at 4.8 inches, and that should fit fine. And let's go and center it, and now we have our first stitch, which is stitching last. So that reminds me, right click and sew first. So the first thing that's going to stitch is our placement line. So let's copy this, and oh, I still have it from when I was working on it before. So let's go here, click, and I do want to copy it. I do want to copy. So let's copy, and then let's paste. And there we go. It's going to go to the bottom again, but let's move this guy up, right click, sew first. There we go. And now let's go to colors here, and let's change the color to something weird because we want the color stop. Now, what I did is I had them both selected. I didn't look before I did that. So let's just change it now. So now we have 1 and 2. So 1 will stitch, 2 it'll stop. You put your fabric down and your batting down. The batting is really important. It makes it nice. And then number 2 is going to stitch out and hold everything down nicely. So then our design will stitch. Now you can leave it like this if you want. If you wanted to add a little extra to it, it's easy to do. And we are going to, because we did the copy and paste, all we have to do now is paste it, and it's going to go down to the bottom, and that's absolutely fine. Let's change the color of it. And it's nice if you pick some of the colors that are actually in the design. Now I'm going to make this a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to click on my center button, and if you don't have that on your ribbon, you should. And I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller and center it. And now we're going to right click on it and right click on it, and we're going to change it from running stitch. And I thought a motif stitch would look lovely, but you can do whatever you want on it. Okay, that's actually not too bad. That is not the stitch that I was looking for. The one that I had on my sample one that I showed you guys is a chain stitch. And I thought that looked good. Why not? Why not? Now you can add more things to it if you want. I'm going to leave it at chain stitch because I actually liked it and I don't feel like messing around with the awesome motif stitches. So let's do the paste again. So this is why I said copy and paste. Let's do the paste again, and we want that one selected. Let's make it a little bit smaller, but not necessarily as much as the first one. And a little bit bigger than that, although that might look okay. That might be kind of cool. Let's try this one. I just want it a little bit outside just to add a bit of interest. Or not. I'm not sure if I like that or not. But we need to bring these guys up. So these ones I'm going to drag, and we're going to put it up here, and again make sure that they are different colors. I'm going to make the second one, let's go to colors, and I'm going to make it matching green. So that's okay if the decoration stitches. Now you can change the colors, of course. You could also put a name in it. That would be cool too. You could move the pumpkin, remember, because we grouped it. You could move this up, and you could put a name here that starts with A or whatever letter that you're using. I think that would look great. I'm just going to leave it though. So let's bring that back to center. Super easy to do. And let's go over our steps because we are missing one. So this one is going to show you where to put your fabric and your batting. You don't have to do any cutting out on this one. This one is going to stitch everything down. You could have it go double if you wanted to, or you could do a triple stitch, but it's just fine for stitching down. This is not dense work. There's just a lot of it, so make sure it's down. And then we're going to have our decorative stitches to make it, and we need one more thing, and that is to hook on the backing. So what we're going to do, you guessed it, paste one more time, and this one we actually want in the end. We want it to be the end one. It doesn't matter what color you pick for it, just make sure it's not the last color because we do want the machine to stop at this one. So what I'm gonna do is select that one, select it, And I'm just going to make it just a teeny tiny bit smaller because we want it to stitch just a little bit inside of what we've got, because we don't want these initial stitches to show. Now you can make it even a little bit smaller. We don't want to cut too much of our design out. That should do. You could do it a little bit less than that. And that is going to be our final stitching. And what you do before that stitches out, you take 2 pieces of fabric and fold them in half and then overlap like a pillowcase, like a pillow sham. And then this last stitch here is going to stitch it out. And I do want to either go over it twice or do a triple stitch. Triple stitch is just as easy to do. And then we have all of our steps. So remember to put everything in the right order and remember how to do the back. And that is how you take a beautiful free design and turn it into a gorgeous mug rug. Pick your fabrics, pick your colors, and get stitching. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like this video, make a comment if you loved it, a smiley face will do, and subscribe to the channel to let me know that you guys want more learning videos just like this. I'll see you guys in the next video.